Welcome, Shadow Seekers. It is like 2:30 in the morning. I fell asleep sitting up on my couch at like 8 o'clock. I got tired. I was doing a bunch of chores. Sat down and was supposed to fill out my insurance information for work and like just passed right the hell out doing that. So I woke back up. I started working on that again. I got frustrated with it and here I am. Um, I'm behind because it's already February, and I got to get these damn videos done, guys. I think I've only gotten what 4 of them done. There's like 7 or 8 more of you guys. I think I don't fucking know. There's a good amount of Zodiac still left, and I got to get this shit done. So I got Mr. Peanut here next to me. Come here, Peanut. Let me say hello. What the Peanut? He's so sweet. He's right here. Oh, my Peanut dog. He is like one of the dumbest dogs I've ever owned, but he's also one of the sweetest dogs I've ever owned. It's tough. Tough. Yeah. Dummy dumb. All right. Go on, Peanut. Get down. You're going to sit right here next to me the whole time. He's been really protective of me lately, so that's a good thing. All right. No. Sit, Peanut. I already cleared the deck. All right, Pop, quit poking me now. So we're going to go ahead and start shuffling for Gemini here and see how things go. All right, Spirit. What's going on for Gemini the month of February 2023? Okay, I'm not a huge fan of Geminis. My ex-husband is a Gemini, and his name's Steve. And here's a funny story. So my one buddy calls me up the one day, and she goes, "Hey, I'm dating a new guy, and his name's Steve." And I said, "Oh, what's his sign? He's not a Gemini, is he?" You know, because I fucking hate Gemini's named Steve. And she's like, "Oh, yeah, actually he is." So my ex-husband, Steve, the Gemini, was a motherfucking crackhead and a half. And I'm like, "Oh, girl, I didn't want, like, I wanted to give the guy a chance." So I was kind of like, all right. And then what should happen? He turned out to be a motherfucking crackhead and a half too. Stole her car. It was fucking insane, y'all. So, you know what? But now I'm on the fence because then I found out another person I know named Steve who is also a Gemini. He's like one of the coolest people I ever known. So, I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. Most Geminis suck. All right? Especially if you meet one named Steve, just be on the fence about it. I've met one good one out of 3, but the other 2 were like fucking so bad, I don't know if it'd be worth finding the 1 out of 3. I was lucky. So, Geminis. I don't think I know any female Geminis at all. I can't even think of one. I do know that Stevie Nicks is a Gemini, so maybe y'all aren't all bad, but all right. Gemini for February 2023. Spirit, what do we think? It's kind of resisting already. Okay. We're pulling, as I've said before in past videos, if you've watched my past videos and you've been here from the beginning, we pull our first card from the Tattoo Tarot deck, and then we pull clarifiers, usually from our Spiral deck. And that is what this deck is just called. It's just the Spiral deck. I thought there was more to it than that, but apparently not. I'm probably going to be buying a 3rd deck here soon. I want to just get the original Mercedes deck. However you pronounce that shit. I just want to get the original deck. The Rider-Waite. That's what it is. The Rider-Waite deck. Whatever the fuck. I want to get that deck because it's just your standard deck that most of the symbology is based off of. It'd be easier for me to study. All right, cards are giving me a hard time here, so we're gonna pull for Gemini for the month of 2023. Wow. Left hand, y'all. All right, back into one pile. Let's see what we got here. Huh. Oh, wow. What's funny is I was thinking of this card earlier before I actually drew for you, Gemini. The Five of Swords. Maybe it's because it reminds me of my husband. I don't know, in some ways. Five of Swords is like a card of just fucking lies, usually, and deceit. And like winning the battle, but not. It's like a sense of, oh, you won the battle, but you didn't win the war type of thing. So, oh, not a great card to have right now, Gemini. There's some sort of conflict maybe going on in your life. Maybe you feel like you're on the winning side of things right now, but sometimes it's not good to argue just for the sake of arguing. Sometimes it's better to come to, even, if you don't agree, it's better to come to some type of agreement. What do you call that? Cooperation or a fucking... I don't know, guys. I'm bad with words. I'm really smart, I promise you, but sometimes the words escape me because I'm probably stone shit faced when I do this. Anyhow, yeah, so sometimes it's not worth the argument, Let's see what's going on here a little further, Gemini, for you. Five. What's funny is that the swords is actually we've gone back to our air element, so I know this is my 5th video since the first was Aquarius and that was air, and we've worked our way back around to the air symbols again with Gemini, air signs. And swords actually represents the suit of air, mental. It's a mental suit. It's usually a suit of thoughts, planning, intellect, sometimes creativity, but I think more so is like the wands is creativity because it's like your inspiration and your spark. Swords is, think sharp-witted, sharp words. Peanut, what in the deuce are you doing over there? He's climbing my window. What are you doing? All right, no more paying attention to Peanut. Gemini, February 2023. What is this Five of Swords about? Oh, shit. Huh. It's just getting, it's arguments. You're just argumentative right now, maybe, Gemini. That makes sense, because my husband was an asshole, too. Are you just being an asshole, Gemini? Just being your normal fucking asshole self, wanting to go around and get in arguments and always be right? Well, we're going to find out. Da-da-da. Geminis are, like, honestly, man, I don't know. This is the way I always saw it. Maybe it's, like, my husband was like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He was like 2 different people in one body. He is the nicest person when I first met him. But I don't know. I just seem to draw these types as well. I'm an empath. And I draw narcissists like a fucking moth to flame or some shit. It's bad. Cards wanted me to stop. I do one more. One more for Gemini. What's up with the Five of Swords here? Alright, let's see here. Oh, I won't cut low down this time. Alright. Let's see. Oh. God, I don't know why this card's been popping up a lot with me lately. We've got the 2 of Pentacles, but in reversed. And then we have the World, but also in reversed. And that is usually like the end to a cycle. The World can represent like the beginning and the end of something. Usually when it's in the positive, it's a really good card to see, but since it's in reverse, it could be an unpleasant ending to maybe something. And that's what your mouth might be getting you into. If you're sitting there arguing all the time for the sake of arguing just because you want to be right, people are going to get tired of that shit and they're going to remove you from their life or the situation. So And I got a Two of Pentacles here, which once again is like a balance. A work-life balance is usually what it comes across to me. Ow, there's a cat attacking my foot. So I'm almost getting that, like, either it could go both ways, job or relationships. Your mouth's going to get you in trouble at work, Gemini, and you're going to get your ass fired. Like, you might feel like you're in the right now, as you get into an argument with your boss or whatever the fuck. And you might be ahead for now, or you think you won this one, but you might want to, if you like the job and you need that money right now, Gemini, you might want to just bite your fucking tongue. Put up with that shit until you find something better. Or maybe reevaluate the situation. Are you really just fucking arguing for... That's what this card comes up as a lot of times. It's really just you're being a dick. You're being a dick, Gemini. Stop being a dick. And then that's, see, with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, that's, I always get like an unhealthy work-life balance there. So it's either that, or are you coming home from work all stressed out and taking it out on your family and your friends? Shit rolls downhill, don't come home just because you had a bad day and kick the dog. It's not fucking the dog's fault or whoever's fault that you had a bad day. I can be bad for this too. Like, I can get be like in a shitty mood and just fucking my negativity fucking just spews out on everybody. And that's not fair due to other people. That's why you'll see me actually just hermit myself away a lot of times when things aren't going right in my life, because I don't want to take it out on other people. This world in reverse is making me think that there's an unpleasant end coming to something for you if you keep this behavior up, Gemini. Yeah. Won the battle maybe, but not the war. If you're always arguing with your spouse or your other half, for the sake of whatever the fuck, just arguing over, what kind of toilet paper you're going to use or whatever, you find yourself arguing over the stupidest things, and you always argue until you're right. You got to be right. Peanut, get out of there. Why has he always got to chew things? It's not gonna last forever if you keep doing that. And who would want to stay with somebody who did that shit all day long, just nitpicked and argued? There's some people out there who seem to like to be miserable. It's like what drives them, complaining. My dad was one of those, actually. He loved to like bitch and complain and moan, and I swear that's what made him happy in life. And you know what? He died miserable and alone. And that's not, something I don't think most of us want to do. So, just keep that in mind. Sometimes you gotta bite your tongue a little bit, or you gotta learn to come to some sort of agreement. So that, for the better of all, Gemini, quit being a fucking asshole, okay? You remind me of my husband. Don't do that. All right. I'm out of here, Gemini, because this is a short one, but I'm sorry, I really don't like you guys very much, so you're not going to get much of my... No, I can't say that about... All right, Gemini, we're getting off on the wrong foot here. I'm sorry. I'm going to apologize, because maybe I'm having my own, like, little Five of Swords moment here. I don't want to be a dick to you guys. Look, my husband was an asshole. Looks like maybe you guys are acting like some assholes now, too. Please don't do that. The world has enough assholes. We don't need any more of those. So I'm going to sign off and get to bed, and hopefully the next time we meet next month, things will be better off, Gemini. Bye!